Hello, Internet. It's great to see you today. It is time for our ATA story time again. Today we are reading Cheeri Kicks Up Training. Cheeri Kicks Up Training. So let's get started. Make sure you share this so other people can enjoy a nice little story today as they're doing some of their sitting at home or some of their e-learning or their remote learning. So let's start. Let's make sure I get everything on camera. How's this going to work? Where's the camera? There we go. Okay. Bayo was very excited to get to his tiger class. He had a big weekend. He had just competed in his first tournament and won a competitor medal. It was bright and shiny, and he proudly wore it around his neck. He couldn't wait to show his friends. We've had some students get some of those awesome medals. Let's see if I can maneuver this properly. When Bayo arrived at class, only Cheeri was there. She was already on the floor practicing her form. She was always practicing her form. She looked very serious. "Hi, Cheeri," Bayo said. "I saw you at the tournament this weekend. How'd you do?" "I won a competitor medal. Check it out." Cheeri didn't stop practicing to look, but she said coldly, "I won first place." "Wow," Bayo said. "That medal must be awesome. Can I see it?" Cheeri replied, "I didn't bring it." She doesn't seem very happy. Bayo thought she looked sad. "Did you lose it already?" "I lose stuff all the time," he said. "No, I didn't lose it. I'm just not that happy with it," Cheeri replied. "Why not?" Bayo said. "Because my score should have been better," she snarled. "How can your scores be better than first place?" Bayo said, confused. "You just don't get it, because you don't take anything seriously," Cheeri said harshly as she turned away to continue her practice. Oh, man. Bayo was upset for her. She had won first place, but didn't seem all that excited. It wasn't any fun to win and still not be happy about it, he thought as he put his gear bag in his cubby and got ready for class. There we go. The next class, Bayo arrived early again. It was report card day. His grades hadn't been very good lately. Cheeri was there. She was on the floor practicing as usual. She looked angry again. "I guess you didn't get good grades either," Bayo said. "I received all A's," she said, not even looking at him. "And you're still not happy with that? Why, because they're not A pluses? I'd be jumping up and down." "You just don't get hard work, do you?" Cheeri grumbled. Master Jiangsu had heard enough. "Cheeri, Bayo, come here," he said. "Yes, sir," they replied, and ran over. Master Jiangsu spoke firmly. "I would like you two to work together today. Cheeri, you are to help Bayo study his schoolwork. Bayo, you are to help Cheeri practice her form." Both Cheeri and Bayo were confused. He doesn't take work seriously," Cheeri said. "And she is always practicing her form. She knows it better than I do. What can I show her?" Bayo added. "I am confident you will both find your strengths to help each other," Master Jiangsu said. "Now go." Master Jiangsu is pretty smart. I think he's got a plan here. Bayo and Cheeri sat in the homework room. Cheeri had a pile of books in front of her. Bayo had only one book covering his face. She looked very serious as she started her spelling work. Bayo popped his head out of his book with two pencils hanging down from his mouth like fangs. "Look, I'm a vampire." Cheeri didn't laugh. "If you don't take things seriously, you'll never learn," she frowned. After a boring hour of homework, they decided to take a break from studying to practice Cheeri's form. She did it one time, and it looked good and strong. But Bayo noticed something. "I really like your power, but you could smile a bit," he said. "What?" Cheeri said. "Taekwondo isn't about smiling. It's about kicking." Bayo replied, "But if you don't have any fun while you're kicking, why do it?" "I have an idea. Why don't we play a game?" Bayo ran and grabbed a ball. "I'll throw this to you, and you see if you can round kick it," he said excitedly. "That sounds silly," Cheeri said. "That's exactly the point," Bayo replied. She thought about it for a moment and then said, "Fine, but every time you throw the ball, you have to spell one of your spelling words first." "Deal," Bayo said. Snorkel. Snorkel. He threw the ball, and Cheeri blasted it with a round kick. The ball came right back at it. "I bet I can get the next one over your head," she said with a small smile on her face. "Oh, yeah? RESPECT. Respect," Bayo exclaimed, and he threw the ball again. This time it went sailing over his head. They both laughed and played their new game all the way through Bayo's spelling list. What a good game. The next class, Bayo was super excited again. He couldn't wait to show Master Jiangsu his spelling test. He ran into the school yelling, "I got 100!" Of course, Cheeri was there practicing as usual, but this time she looked a little different. She was smiling. "Good job on the 100, and check this out," she said as she did a round kick. "My kick is higher. I guess that game worked for both of us." Master Jiangsu overheard and called them over. "And why do you think you both succeeded?" he asked. Bayo said, "Well, sir, I guess for me, Cheeri showed me that maybe if I wanted something bad enough, I would have to focus on it." Cheeri added, "And Bayo showed me that even when I work hard, I should still remember to have fun." "And what did you learn together?" Master Jiangsu asked. They both said in unison, "To make good friends." "There is still some time before class," Master Jiangsu said. "I would like to work on my round kick too. Bayo, do you have any more spelling words?" "Yes, sir," he said as he went running for the ball. What a cool story. This just reminds us that it's important, to remember that if we want something, we've got to work hard for it. It's important that we focus and we spend our time, really working on it. And this can be hard. I know a lot of us right now are doing a lot of schoolwork at home. We're even doing our taekwondo classes at home. And it's hard sometimes to stay focused, but we've got to make sure if we want to achieve our goals, we've got to make sure we have that focus. It's also important to remember to have some fun. Okay, that's one of the reasons we do our Tiger Storytime here. We want to make sure that we take a break and we have a little bit of fun. We smile when we're working out as well. So, thank you guys for tuning to our Tiger Storytime today. We'll be back next week with some more stories as we go. So make sure you share this so other people can enjoy the story time as well.